Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel once again. So in my past video, tinuruan kita kung anong standard ba ang dapat mong gamitin whenever you have an investment in equity security. You with me? So this time, focus tayo sa kada isang standard, starting with IFRS 9. So here in IFRS 9, ang title ng standard na to will be actually Financial Instruments. Liwanag? So in these standards, nagagamitin mo lang to first if no control, because kapag may control, IFRS 9 na, 3 na nga tayo. Then apparently, gagamitin mo lang din to if wala po tayong significant influence. So ginagamit lang siya kapag insignificant lang yung ating pagmamay-ari na shares of other corporation. Okay na? So here in IFRS 9, meron tayo actually dalawang klase ng investment. The first one is yung tinatawag natin na investment in equity securities. Then the second one is yung tinatawag natin na investment in debt securities. Pero focus lang muna tayo dito sa investment in equity securities. Okay na? Alright, so timeline ulit tayo or may flowchart ulit tayong gagawin. Pero iba na to dun sa kanina, right? Yung dun sa past video natin, yung timeline dun is for the investment in equity securities in general. So this timeline in this video, gagamitin mo lang to if sure na tayo na naka-IFRS 9 na tayo. You with me? So the first question here is that is there a fair value available? Ibig sabihin, right, available ba yung fair value ng mga shares na yan? If your answer here is no, we don't have any choice but to classify the investment as investment in unquoted equity securities. So kapag walang fair value na given, ang classification ng investment will be the investment in equity, unquoted equity securities. But according to IFRS 9, as a general rule, investments must be measured at fair value. Meaning, right, gagamitin mo lang ito if and only if hindi po available yung fair value. But if the fair value is available, you cannot use this classification. We're good. Next, what if your answer here is yes? So if your answer here will be yes, so ko lang konti. There will be a follow-up question. So what's that follow-up question? The follow-up question here is that are these shares held for trading? Ibig sabihin ng held for trading, did you, right, bought these shares with the intention na ibenta rin sila in the short run? Meaning, binili mo lang sila para kumita in the short term changes or fluctuation in fair value. So if that will be your intention pagkabili mo ng mga shares na to, that the investment classification will be investment in financial asset. Once again, this is investment in financial asset at fair value through profit or loss. Very good. So kapag held for trading yung mga shares, investment in financial asset at fair value through profit or loss tayo. Diba tayo dun? So, sir, what if the shares are not held for trading? So, if the shares are not held for trading, asahan mo na hindi pa po yan OCI, but rather there is another follow-up question. So, what's that another follow-up question? The another follow-up question is that are these shares that are not held for trading, right, are irrevocably designated at OCI? So if these shares are not, muna tayo dito, irrevocably designated at OCI, expect that by default, FVPL pa din tayo. So sir, ibig mo bang sabihin yan kapag yung mga shares not held for trading, hindi po siya automatically OCI? That's correct. So, magiging OCI lang siya if it is irrevocably designated at OCI. Ang ibig sabihin ng irrevocably designated, kapag dinesignate mo yung shares mo at OCI, wala nang balikan. Liwanag? Ibig sabihin, if your answer here is yes, once again, we don't have any choice but to classify the investment as investment in what? Usog ka lang konti ulit. Investment in financial asset at fair value through other comprehensive income. We're good on that. So there are two requirements now or prerequisites para magamit mo to. First, may available na fair value, and second, these shares are held for trading. At para magamit mo naman yung OCI, tatlo yung requirement. Number 1, may fair value na available. Number 2, the shares are not held for trading. And number 3, these shares are irrevocably designated at OCI or financial asset at fair value through other comprehensive income. Very good. Now, focus muna tayo dito sa investment in unquoted equity securities. Again, focus lang muna tayo dito. I-discuss ko si FBPL and si FVOCI in another video. Very good. So here, kapag walang fair value na available, once again, the investment classification will be investment in unquoted equity securities. Then the method that we are using here is actually the cost method or the cost model. Sir, ano pong nangyayari sa cost model or sa cost method na yan? Under the cost model, see to it that the initial measurement and subsequent measurement of the investment will be at cost. Once again, initial and subsequent measurement will be at cost. Hay ba tayo dun? Then here, sir, kung initial and subsequent measurement is at cost, wala pala tayong problema dyan. Actually, yes. Isa lang ang problema natin. What's that problem? That's the computation of the investment income. And once again, based dun sa past video natin, if IFRS 9 tayo, our investment income are actually the dividends we received from the corporation. Liwanag ba yan? Ay ba tayo dun? So let's now talk about dividends. So kapag sinabi nating dividends, meron actually tayong 4 na klase ng dividends, or sige, sabihin na nating 5 klase ng dividends in general. So what are these dividends? First is yung tinatawag natin na cash dividend, or kapag silent ang problem, ibig sabihin dividend lang ang kanyang sinabi, right? Wala siyang sinabi kung anong klaseng dividend yan. We always assume na cash dividend yan. Second, meron tayong tinatawag na property dividend. Third, meron tayong tinatawag na share dividend. Fourth, meron tayong tinatawag na what? Ano pa yung pangapat? Scrip dividend. Then last but not the least is yung tinatawag natin na liquidating dividend. We're good? Ano ba tayo dun? So ngayon ganito. Kapag sinabi nating cash dividend, from the word itself, cash ang ating nare-receive dyan. So cash dividend obviously are considered as dividend income or part of the total investment income. Property dividend or yung tinatawag natin na dividend in kind are also dividend income. Why? Because asset pa rin ang na-receive natin dito. Hindi nga lang cash, but rather it is in the form of a non-cash asset. Kaya ba tayo dun? Next, punta tayo sa share dividend. Pagdating sa share dividend, see to it na hindi po yan kasama sa total investment income or dividend income. Once again, kapag nakakita ka ng share dividend, hindi siya kasama sa total investment income. Sir, bakit po hindi siya kasama sa total investment income natin? Because ganito, consider this example. Let's say, meron tayong 10,000 shares. And then, ang presyo nito, or ang book value per share niya is 12 pesos. Ibig ngayong sabihin dito, 10,000 times 12, the total value of these shares is equal to 120,000. Very good. Then let's say naka-receive tayo ng 20 Right? So, 20% ng 10,000 shares is obviously equal to 2,000 shares. Eh, hindi ka naman nagbayad dito. So, ibig sabihin, wala pong madadagdag sa total value ng shares mo. Okay ba tayo dun? So, dito, after the share dividend, meron na tayong total of 12,000 shares. Pero, total value ng investment natin, hindi pa nga nadadagdagan. That's 120,000. And actually, kapag naka-receive ka ng share dividend, 120 divided by 12, the book value per share will be equal to 10 pesos. So, yun yung reason kung bakit hindi natin kinoconsider as income ang share dividend. Why again? Because first, hindi naman tayo nakaka-receive ng asset. And then second, hindi naman nadadagdagan ang value ng ating investment. So, share dividend are not considered as income. Right? Next, punta tayo sa scrip dividend. Sir, ano po yung scrip dividend na yan? Scrip dividend is actually like a cash dividend. So, sir, kung para siyang cash dividend, bakit iba pa yung pangalan niya? Para siyang cash dividend in the sense na, alright, here, nag-declare tayo ng dividend, kaso wala pa tayong pambayad. Meaning, liability ang ating ibibigay dito. Okay ba tayo dan? Ibig sabihin, magkakautang tayo sa ating mga shareholders at kapag nagkapera na tayo, doon lang tayo magbabayad. Eh sir, bakit mo kasi kailangan mag-declare ng dividend kung wala ka palang cash sa account mo or sa bank account mo? So, here, meron actually tayong isang tax na iniiwasan kung bakit tayo nagde-declare ng scrip dividend. Anong tawag natin sa tax na yan? Yung tax na yun is yung tinatawag natin na improperly accumulated earnings tax. Again, meron po tayong tinatawag na improperly accumulated earnings tax. We're under, right, the train law. Apparently, kapag meron kang net income, dinadagdag mo yon sa RE. Tama ba? So, according to train law, may limit lang daw yung RE natin. Ibig ngayong sabihin, hindi ka pwedeng magpalaki ng RE. Meaning, kapag lumalaki na yung retained earnings mo, kailangan mo nang mag-declare. With me? So, hindi mo pwedeng palobohin yung iyong retained earnings. Eh sir, magdi-declare ka lang pala at may income ka naman. Tama yon. Pero minsan kahit may income ka, possible na wala kang cash na nare-receive. Sir, paano po yung nangyayari? Because apparently, accrual tayo dito. Ibig sabihin, right? Possible na makabenta ka, pero lahat yun inutang lang sa'yo. So, ibig sabihin ngayon, may net income ka, pero wala kang cash. So, sa scrip dividend, cash pa rin ang ating binibigay. See to it now that scrip dividend will be part of the total investment income. Okay ba tayo doon? And then lastly, liquidating dividend. Liquidating dividend is not an investment income or a dividend income. Why? Because liquidating dividend is the dividend we received on the liquidation of the corporation. And actually, liquidating dividend is actually a return of capital. Ibig sabihin ng return of capital, binabalik na sa atin yung ating capital. So, kung binabalik lang dyan sa atin yung ating capital, see to it now na hindi po, right, natin siya pwedeng i-consider as income. So, kapag tinanong ka ngayon ng problem, how much is the investment income or the dividend income, your answer will only be the sum of the cash dividend, property dividend, and scrip dividend. So, share dividend and liquidating dividends are not considered or part of the total investment income. Okay ba tayo doon? So, ngayon, ganito. Balik tayo dun sa discussion ko kanina, dun sa past video ko. Dun sa past video natin, pinag-usapan natin yung classification ng shares. So, if hindi mo pa napapanood to, please, punta ka muna dun sa other video natin dito sa channel na to. Okay ba tayo doon? So, nung usapan natin kanina, or dun sa past video ko, sabi natin dun sa past video ko, the investment income, if IFRS 3 and IAS 28 ang ating ginagamit, will be the share in P&L. So, nagiging income lang ang dividend kapag IFRS 9 tayo. So, what if now, naka-receive tayo ng dividends once again? What if now, naka-receive tayo ng dividends here sa IFRS 3 and sa IAS 28? Ibig sabihin, meron kang control or significant influence dahil lagpas ka ng 20%. Kaso, alright, hindi naman, sabi natin kanina, part ng dividends ang investment income. So, paano mo iti-treat ngayon yung dividends na yan? Sa dividends, if IFRS 3 and IAS 28 tayo, it will be treated as a return of capital as well. Ibig sabihin ng return of capital, these are reduction of the investment balance. Liwanag ba yun? So, kapag tinanong kayo tayo ng problem, how much is the total investment income? Kahit pa cash dividend yan, hindi po siya kinoconsider as income if IAS 28 ang ating ginagamit or IFRS 3. So, ulit-ulitin natin na ang dividends income lang sila under IFRS 9. So, under IAS 28 and IFRS 3, hindi na po nagiging income ang dividends. I hope clear tayo doon. Right? So, ngayon, punta tayo. Before tayo mag-solve, punta ngayon tayo sa 3 important dates here sa dividends. So, meron tayong 3 important dates here sa dividends. Yung 3 important dates na yan. Alright, so number 1 is yung tinatawag natin na date of declaration. Pangalawa is yung tinatawag natin na date of record. And then, pangatlo is yung tinatawag natin na date of payment. So, meron tayong date of declaration, date of record, and date of payment. So, sir, bakit natin kailangan pag-usapan yan? We need to talk about these because mahalaga yan with regards to the recognition of income. So, see to it that income will be recognized here sa date of declaration. Sir, bakit po? Because date of declaration is the date na magkakaroon na tayo or aasa na tayo na may dividends. That's the date wherein dineclare ng BOD or ng Board of Directors na magbibigay sila ng dividends. You with me? Date of record, wala tayong accounting problem here. Once again, there will be no accounting problem here. Why? Because date of record is just the cut-off date. What do I mean by cut-off date? Ibig sabihin nun, all shareholders as of this date lang ang makaka-receive ng payment on the date of payment. So, dito sa date of payment, isi-settle na yung dividends. So, sir, ibig mo bang sabihin yan kahit na hindi ka pa shareholder sa date of declaration, possible na maka-receive ka dito sa date of payment? Yes, that's correct. That is, if before date of record or on or before date of record, bumili ka na ng shares. Maliwanag ba yun, guys? So, apparently, dito po tayo sa date of declaration, nagre-recognize ng revenue or ng income rather. Diba tayo doon? Agree on that? So, to apply all these theories or all these concepts into the problems, let's now try to solve illustrative problem number 1. Okay na? Alright. So, here, in illustrative problem number 1, ano yung tinatanong na problem? What amount of dividend income should be included in various companies' income statement for the year ended December 31, 2026? So, here, various company owns a 5% interest in ST Corporation, which declared a cash dividend of 3,720. So, nag-declare daw si Berry's company ng 3,720 na cash dividend, but not necessarily na sa'yo na lahat yan. Sir, anong ibig mo sabihin dyan? See to it na 5% lang ang ating pagmamay-ari. So, ibig sabihin yan, 3,720 na yan. Kung yan yung dineclare ni ST Corporation, sa lahat yan ng shareholders niya. At kung 5% lang ang pagmamay-ari natin, see to it that 3,720, calculator. Saan natin nakikita? Maganda. Dito. See to it now, the 3,720 times 5% is actually equal to 186,000. So, 186,000 lang yung sa atin yan. Alright? Continuing the problem, sabi niya, on November 27, yun yung date of declaration to shareholders of record on December 20. Berry's company received a liquidating dividend of 100,000 from VG Corporation. So here, asahan mo na kahit pa 6% lang ang pagmamayari natin kay VG, sabi natin liquidating dividend are not considered as income. Ano nga lang ulit yung tatlong income natin? Cash, property, and scrip. Share and liquidating dividend aren't considered as income. So, kung ang tinatanong dito is kung magkano ba yung dividend income natin, see to it now that 186,000 or choice letter alpha will be our final answer. Once again, illustrative problem number 1, alpha will be the final answer. We good? Punta tayo dito sa illustrative problem number 2. So here, in illustrative problem number 2, the question is what amount of dividend income pa din should be reported by Cherry Incorporated in its 2026 income statement. Right? So Cherry Incorporated received dividends from its investment in ordinary shares during the year ended December 31, 2026 as follows. Once again, eto na daw yung kanyang na-receive. So, ibig sabihin, wag mo nang i-multiply pa yan kung ilang percentage ba ang ating pagmamayari. Yung kanina kasi sa number 1, yung 3,720 doon, para yon sa lahat ng shareholders, kaya natin multiply. Pero dito, eto na daw yung mga na-receive natin. So, ibig sabihin, naka-multiply na yan. Liwanag? First bullet, a cash dividend of 720 is received from JJ Corporation. Cherry Incorporated owns 2% interest in JJ. So, kung 2% lang ang pagmamayari natin, wala tayong significant influence nor control. And since cash dividend din to, asahan mo na itong 720 na to, part siya ng total investment income or dividend income. Second bullet, a cash dividend of 3.6 million is received from VV Corporation. Cherry owns 30% interest in VV. Ibig sabihin dito, kahit na cash dividend yan, since 30% ang pagmamayari natin kay VV, hindi pa rin yan i-consider as income. Why? Because as a general rule, kapag umabot ka ng 20%, meron ka ng significant influence. And kapag meron tayong significant influence, ang dividends hindi siya kino-consider or tinitreat as income, but rather dividends are part of the return of capital. So this 3.6 million will not be part of our solution. Maliwanag? Then third bullet, a stock dividend of 18,000 shares from YY Company was received on December 15, 2026, on which date the quoted market value of YY shares was 20 per share. Cherry Incorporated owns less than 1% of YY ordinary shares. So obviously, third bullet is also not part of the total investment income. Why? Because stock dividend yan. Once again, kapag stock at liquidating dividend, hindi sila tinitreat as income. Ang income lang natin will be cash, property, and scrip dividend. Ibig sabihin here, if the question is the dividend income reported by Cherry, see to it that our final answer will be equal to 720,000, and that is choice letter delta. So problem number 2, delta will be our final answer. Right? Next, punta tayo sa problem number 3. So here, Mr. Accounting Company purchased 10,000 shares representing 2% ownership of Accounting Lecture Series Company on February 15, 2026. So, Mr. Accounting Company received 20% stock dividend. Hindi po yung kino-consider as income kasi stock dividend. On March 31, 2026, when the carrying amount per share was 350 and the market value per share was 400. Next, Accounting Lecture Series paid a cash dividend of 15 pesos per share on September 15, 2026. So, itong cash dividend na to, since 2% lang ang ating pagmamayari, will be treated as income. Pero magkano kaya yung total investment or dividend income natin dito? So, 10,000 shares ang ating pagmamay-ari. We received 15 pesos per share. So, times 15. So, 10,000 times 15 is actually equal to 150,000. Therefore, here, if the question is in the income statement for the year ended December 31, 2026, what amount should be reported as dividend income? Our final answer will be 150,000, or that is choice letter delta. Anak? So, that is illustrative problem number 3. Next, punta tayo sa illustrative problem number 4. Very good. So here, in illustrative problem number 4, Rain Company received dividends from share investment during the year ended December 31, 2026 as follows. What's the question here? The question is, what amount of dividend revenue should be reported in 2026? So first bullet, stock dividend of 4,000 shares from Ivana Company on July 31, 2026 when the market price of Ivana's share was 20 pesos. Rain owns less than 1% of Ivana's share capital. So even though we own less than 1% of Ivana's share capital, see to it na hindi pa rin to part ng dividend income kasi stock dividend to. Aliwanag? So hindi po yan part ng ating solution. Second bullet, a cash dividend of 150,000 from Alawi Company in which Rain owns a 25% interest. A majority of Alawi's directors are also directors of Rain. So here, kahit na cash dividend yan, since 25% ang ating pagmamay-ari, asahan mo na hindi pa rin to considered as income. Because if 25% ang ating pagmamay-ari, it is considered na meron tayong significant influence, and so therefore, ang dividends, hindi po sila tinitreat as income. Therefore here, kung hindi income yung first bullet, hindi rin income yung second bullet, our final answer now here in problem number 4 will be delta, or that will be equal to 0. Right? Next problem, problem number 5. So here, Chi Company provided the following data for 2026. First bullet, on September 1, Chi received a 500,000 cash dividend from Philomeno Company in which Chi owns a 30% interest. So here, kahit na cash dividends yan, gaya lang ng mga kanina, hindi pa rin ito considered as income. Why? Because 30% ang ating pagmamay-ari. Very good. Second bullet. On October 1, Chi received a 60,000 liquidating dividend from Rain Company. Chi owns 5% interest in Rain. So dito, okay na sana. Hindi umabot ng 25% lang ang ating pagmamay-ari. Kaso, liquidating dividend naman ang ating na-receive. Sabi ko nga kanina, share and liquidating dividends are not considered as income. Therefore, hindi pa rin kasama si second bullet. Then last bullet, Chi owns 2% interest in Soriano Company, in which 2 million cash dividend, or in which declared a 2 million cash dividend on November 15, payable on January 15. Kailan nga tayo ulit nagde-declare or nagre-recognize ng income rather? We recognize income on the date of declaration, even though hindi pa this year yung date of payment. Right? And since 2% lang ang ating pagmamay-ari, considered ito as income kasi cash dividend naman yan. So, 2 million times 2% now, this is actually equal to 40,000. So, kung tinatanong tayo dito, magkano yung dividend income, 40,000 now, or choice letter, delta, will be our final answer. So, problem number 5, delta, is our final answer. We're good? Now, punta tayo dito sa problem number 6. So, problem number 6, anong meron? On January 1, 2026, Accounting Lecture Series Company purchased as a long-term investment unlisted 100,000 ordinary shares of NICE Company for 40 pesos a share. Right? So, since unlisted yan, ibig sabihin yan, more likely than not, wala po tayong fair value. That is why the investment classification is investment in unquoted equity securities. Right? So, we acquired a total of 100,000 ordinary shares of Nice Company for 40 pesos a share. Once again, kapag investment in unquoted equity securities yung ating classification ng investment, initial and subsequent measurement will be at cost. So, 100,000 times 40 pesos, that is actually equal to 4 million pesos. So, unless magkaroon ng impairment, the initial measurement and subsequent measurement will be 4 million pesos. We're good? Next, on December 28, 2026, Accounting Lecture Series sold 80,000 shares of Nice Company for 60 pesos a share. So, nagbenta tayo. So, what are the requirements here? Requirement number 1, for the year ended December 31, 2026, what amount should be reported as gain on disposal? Right? So, magkano natin nabenta? Nabenta natin at 60. Magkano lang natin nabili? Nabili lang natin at 40. Ibig sabihin dito, kumita tayo ng around 20 pesos a share. Then, 20 pesos times 80,000 lang ang ating benenta. So, times 80,000, this is actually equal to 160,000. So, here, in requirement number 1, 1.6 million rather. 80,000 times 20 is, tama, that is 1.6 million. So, 1.6 million now, or choice letter delta, is our final answer for requirement number 1. Then requirement number 2, how much is the carrying amount of the remaining investment as of the end of 2026? Once again, at cost lang tayo. So since nabili natin ito at 40 pesos per share, and then 100,000 ang binili natin, binenta na yung 80, so may natitira na lang na 20,000. So 40 times 20,000 is actually equal to 800,000. Therefore, requirement number 2, Charlie, is our final answer. Again, requirement number 2, Charlie will be our final answer. Very good. Then last problem. Last problem for this video will be problem number 7. There are actually 6 questions here, pero isa-isahin mo na lang natin. Ready? So, problem 7. During 2026, ICPA company bought the shares of Nice online company as follows. So, on June 1, we acquired 20,000 shares at 100 pesos each, or that's 2 million. On December 1, 30,000 shares at 120 per share, that's 3.6 million. Then this will give us a total of 5.6 million. Then transactions for 2027. January 13, received cash dividend of 10 pesos per share. February 14, received 20% stock dividend. And then December 20, we sold 30,000 shares at 125 pesos per share. So requirement number 1, how much is the total carrying amount of the investments at the end of 2026? Once again, kapag unquoted equity securities ang classification, initial and subsequent measurement will be at cost. Ibig sabihin, this 5.6 million initial measurement will also be our subsequent measurement. So requirement number 1, 5.6 million is our final answer. Requirement number 2, how much is the increase in carrying amount of the investment on January 13? Ano ba nangyari ng January 13? We received cash dividends of 10 pesos per share. Kapag nakaka-receive tayo ng dividends, asahan mo na hindi naman po nag-i-increase yung carrying amount, because the journal entry here will be to debit cash and then to credit dividend income. So, hindi naman tayo nag-debit ng investment account, therefore, walang increase dito, sir. And so, therefore, requirement number 2, 0, is our final answer. Requirement 3, how much is the increase in carrying amount of the investment on February 14? Ano ba nangyari noong Feb 14? Receive 20% stock dividend. Once again, hindi po ini-increase ng dividend whether cash man yan or share yung balance ng ating investment. So, requirement number 3, 0 is our final answer. Get me? Then, requirement 4, how much is the total dividend income for the year ended December 31, 2027? So, cash dividend is considered as income, pero yung stock dividend, hindi po yun kinoconsider as income. Liwanag? So, meron tayong total of 50,000 shares. Ibig ngayong sabihin dito, here in question number 4, 50,000 shares times, magkano na-receive natin? 10 pesos per share, or the dividend income here will be equal to 500,000. So, requirement number 4, 500,000 is our final answer. Requirement 5, what is the total gain on the sale of the shares? So, nung meron dito, so number 5, tinatanong kung magkano yung gain on sale. Nung nangyari ba nung December 20? So, will 30,000 shares at 125 pesos per share. So, ngayon ganito. Dito sa number 5, computein muna natin kung magkano ba yung bagong book value per share. Right? So, dito, meron tayong, magkano nga ulit? 50,000 shares at the beginning. Tama ba? It's 50,000 and then total value niya is 5.6 million. Anong nangyari? Right? Madadagdagan nito ng 20% because nag-declare ng stock dividend si Nice. So, 50,000 times 1.2 magiging 60,000 na ang ating shares. Pero, 5.6 million pa rin ang value or total value ng 60,000 na yan. So, 5.6 million divided by 60,000, this is actually equal to 93.33. We're good. Magkano nating binibenta? Binibenta natin at 125 pesos. Ang puhunan natin is 93.33. So, ang ibig sabihin dito, magkano yung ating gain? 125 minus 93.33, or this is equal to 31.67. Ilan ang ating nabenta? Ang nabenta natin is equal to 30,000 shares. So, times 30,000 shares. So, the total gain now is magkano? 31.666667 times, ilang shares ulit yun? 30,000 shares, or this is equal to 950,000. So, question number 5, 950,000 is our final answer. Again, question number 5, 950,000 will be our final answer. Then lastly, if the FIFO approach is used, what is the gain on the sale of the shares? Sir, ano bang method ang ginamit sa 5? Ang ginamit sa 5 will be average. And if the problem is silent, average po ang ginagamit. Maliwanag? So, sir, paano po pag FIFO? Pag FIFO, ang ibig kasi sabihin yan is first in, first out. Meaning, ang una mong bibenta is yung una mong binili. So, kung nagbenta tayo ng 30,000 shares, una mong ibebenta yung 20,000 shares plus, of course, yung stock dividend for that particular shares. Alright? So, i-rewrite muna natin itong mga to at i-consider muna natin yung stock dividend. Liwanag? So, meron tayong 20,000 shares here. Magkano ang halaga niya? Ang halaga niya is 2 million pesos. Once again, 20% stock dividend. So, 20,000 times 1.2, magiging 24,000 yung ating shares. And then, 2 million pa rin yung value niya, of course. So, 2 million now, divided by 24,000, this is actually equal to 83.33. Next, meron tayong 30,000 shares. Tama ba? 30,000 shares. Then, total value niya is 3.6 million. So, naka-receive nga tayo ng stock dividend. So, therefore, 30,000 times 1.2, total shares na natin will be equal to 36,000. Pero, 3.6 million pa rin. Ito. And so, therefore, magkano na lang yung value? 3.6 million divided by 36,000 or 100 na lang ang presyuhan dito. We're good. Once again, FIFO po tayo. Ibig sabihin, una nating ibebenta yung 24,000 bago mo ibenta yung 36. So, kung 30,000 ang ating total na binenta, once again, if 30,000 yung total nating binenta, una mong ibebenta yung 24,000 and then, yung 6,000 manggagaling yun dun sa 36. So, 24,000 times 83.33. Of course, babalik ka lang sa 2 million pesos. Then, 6,000 times 100. This will be equal to magkano? This is actually equal to 600,000 pesos. So, yung puhunan natin is equal to 2.6 million. Again, namumuhunan po tayo ng 2.6 million. Maliwanag? Magkano nating nabenta? Nabenta natin at 125, yung 30,000. Therefore, the selling price now will be 125 times 30,000 shares or magkano natin nabebenta? 125 times 30,000 shares. This is 3,750,000. So, 3,750 natin nabebenta. 2.6 million lang ang ating puhunan. Ibig sabihin ngayon, meron tayong gain. And magkano ang gain under FIFO? 3,750 minus 2.6 million. Or this is equal to 1,150,000. So, under the FIFO approach, here in number 6, gain on sale will be equal to 1,150,000. We good? So, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, nagets mo na yung computation ng dividend income as well as the accounting for investment in unquoted equity securities. So, please, tune up, subscribe on this channel, and pindutin mo yung notification sign so that ma-notify ka whenever I post new videos, right? Because marami pang videos ang kasunod nito. Next video will be all about investment in financial asset at fair value through profit or loss and OCI. And then, next video will be investment in associate. Then last will be investment in bonds. Liwanag? Then we're done with investment. So hopefully, natuto ka sa video na to. Once again, bye-bye guys. God bless.